Hi everybody, I'm John Rourke, Editor-in-Chief of Phoenix Home and Garden Magazine. We're here at the Arizona Fine Art Expo, running through March 23rd, and we're here tonight talking with Ora Tamir. Hello, Ora.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. So we were just talking a little bit about your background. You came from Israel.
Right.
And it's been a long, circuitous path that kind of led you to here.
Well, it's very, very long path, but the first, I visited New York,
right?
Because a great part of our family, after the Holocaust, they came to New York, and they settled in Manhattan. So, asking about how did I start with surrealism, I painted many different styles before.
Okay.
I moved from one style to the other, but I didn't find something that I wanted to continue with, and I didn't even know about surrealism.
Okay.
Because in Israel you didn't know about, you knew about European painters,
Okay.
but you didn't know that much about some of the others.
Okay.
That were famous. I mean, the famous artists in Israel were the ones mostly from Europe.
Okay.
So I am visiting my relatives, my aunt, who is on Central Park West, and I'm walking and I'm seeing the Metropolitan Museum. I'm walking in, and there is this fantastic painting by Dali, the Jesus on the cross, on the golden cross. And the moment I saw that, I said, oh my God.
That's it.
Now, that's it, because I am very much a fan of science fiction and all that.
Yes, okay.
That night, I had a dream. And the dream had to do with my parents' divorce.
Okay.
It was a dream that I, until now, remember. A man and a woman holding a child,
Yes.
a girl, and the girl is tied to a balloon, and in the balloon you see two halves, one male and one female. And when I woke up, I said, I've got to paint this.
Okay, and you were how old?
I was 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was right after the army. In
Okay.
Israel, we serve, women
Right.
and men serve.
Okay.
And usually after you finish your service, you do something special. So I went to New York to visit my father's family.
Okay. And you
Yeah.
talk, in your bio, you talk a lot about museums and how you're drawn to them.
Yeah.
and-
When I was a child, like I said, I never learned how to paint.
Right. You were
but
never
we
never went to art school.
No. I didn't want anybody to tell me how to paint.
And then on your 12th birthday, you were given a set of oil
Yes,
paints.
my father bought me a beautiful leather box filled with oil paints and everything that I needed.
Okay.
And I didn't touch it, and then
Really?
I didn't touch it. For me, it was like a treasure.
Okay.
So, and then when I wanted to touch it, the paints were dry.
Oh, really?
which was years later. Yeah. I mean, I was 12 years old. I didn't want to.
Sure.
I didn't know what to do with it and how to do it. Anyway, I actually learned, I think, painting by visiting a museum that was very close to my house, and my parents bought me a ticket that I could go whenever I wish. So when I had free time, I would go to the museum and I would stare at paintings that I liked, and I somehow was able to understand how it is done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can say.
Okay. And you said, I believe, this was you who said, each new painting is an adventure.
True,
Okay.
because I don't, I would say 90% of my paintings are not planned. I start sometimes just with the background,
Okay.
just color.
Okay.
And then I start, and I work with oils. So with oil paints, once a layer is dry completely, I can put on it something else.
You can add, right.
A second
Okay.
layer. And if by the end of the day I don't like it, I can just take some turpentine and wipe it off.
True. Okay.
So I can experiment.
And how do you know when a painting is done?
Here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
You just know.
I just know, yeah.
Okay.
I just know. I can work the whole day, 24, like long hours, trying to do something, and if it's not the right thing, I just take it off.
Okay.
So like this painting,
Yes.
for example, took me a few years
Wow.
because to start with, it was a commission, and I never take commissions.
Okay.
But this was a very, very important person to me.
Okay.
He collects a lot of my art,
Okay.
and he wanted something to do with medicine.
Okay.
So I started something for him, and then he didn't really like what I came up with. I showed him the progress, and I didn't like it either because apparently something happens to me when somebody tells me what to do, again, how to paint, because I have to paint totally by intuition.
Right.
I don't listen to music.
Right.
I don't listen. I will alone.
Okay.
I'm never painting with other people, and it's like it's like I'm someplace else when I'm
Right.
painting. It's like meditation, very
Okay.
much like meditation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to a different place, and
Yes,
you've just
I am.
become kind of the vessel.
Yeah, and I lose time, track of time.
Right.
So totally.
Now, question for you: are you going to be painting here at the
Yes,
expo? How is that
yes.
going to be for you?
Well,
We'll see.
I have painted here already.
Okay. How many
and
years have
it's
you been
okay.
here at the expo?
This is my 5th year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in the beginning it was awkward, also
Right.
because I've never painted around other people.
Right.
The truth is that I usually stay late when everybody
Oh,
leaves.
okay.
And then I paint.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is, you see the painting over there?
Yes.
So this painting
Oh, wow.
happened, okay,
Okay.
you see this print?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is a piece that I painted when 9/11 happened.
Yes.
I was booked for the Art Expo in New York at the time, and the show I believe started in February, and I was working on a collection for the show. It was a big thing, and this thing happens. 9/11 happens, and I'm sitting in California watching it happening. And right away I knew that this was, a terrorist attack.
Right.
Because we live with them, we know.
Right. Right.
And I couldn't paint. I couldn't paint anything else. And I had this is the picture that they showed on TV.
Oh, okay. Right.
Right?
Right. Right.
So this kept me in my head, and I couldn't do something else. A good friend of mine is American,
Yes.
and I said to her, I don't know what to do. This is in my head, and if I paint it and I'm going to sell it, I feel it's like blood money, sort of. So she said, that's what you do. You're an artist, so do it. You don't have to sell it. I didn't sell it.
Okay.
The piece was displayed in the middle of I had a huge display, double than this. And people were standing and crying. And they were looking at this and trying to peel this off to see if this is put it on, Anyway, what happened with this painting is I never sold it. It was always in my house. I moved back to Israel 6 years ago, after my husband passed away, and I took it with me, and it was in storage. So now, when things are happening again with terrorism, I said to myself, I'm going to take it out of the box, and I'm bringing it here to the show. So I'm taking it out of the box, and taking it out of I need to take it out of the frame, but I look at the painting and it looks as if it has a yellow gloss on it, the whole thing.
Right.
I almost died.
Oh, gosh.
So I know what happened. What happens is sometimes with certain kind of varnish, which they used years ago, if things are in heat, they
Right.
yellow.
Right.
Now the only way, so I said that, okay, I have to take it off. By taking it off, I damaged the painting. So I worked for a month to this, but when I had this painting, I had it scanned. So this is the print of the painting.
Okay.
So I was able to look at it.
The scan to
And
recreate.
the other thing is not everything, I mean, there are parts that were okay,
Right.
but so this is basically, I wasn't able to finish it before the show, and I said, I'll bring it here and I'll finish it
And then you
here.
finish it at the show. It's such a powerful image.
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you for talking with us today.
Yeah.
Again, we're here at the Arizona Fine Art Expo with artist Ora Tamir. She will be here. 79 or 80 other artists will also be here again through March 23rd. Come on down and spend a day, spend a weekend, come back again and again. Your ticket is good for the duration of the show. Thanks for joining us.